Hello Aquarius, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, if you're new, welcome. I hope you enjoy the reading. It's a general reading for your sign. So this will be for you and your significant other, your special someone, your partner, your sacred partner, whatever you attribute to your relationship. I've already shuffled and laid out the cards, so let's just have a look and see what's coming in for you. All right, so I'm going to start here. We've got 6th house, 9th house, and 11th house. 6th house, this is everything to do with your working life, your work routines. Now, this can be the workplace, the people that you work with, so colleagues, but it's also mastery of your craft. So whatever it is that you do, and getting organized and just, managing those routines. It's also about your health and your diet and your well-being as well. So it covers both of those. It can also be pets as well. So now there is some big shift coming in for you. Uranus is sitting at the bottom, but you also have Kali endings and beginnings as well. So it looks like some big shift. I do feel it may be here as well. It may be reflecting elsewhere in your chart, but let's just see. So with Uranus coming in, this is a sudden change. This can be like a lightning bolt, actually. It can be that fast. It can really, come in literally from one day to the next, and everything changes. So very fast, very sharp, like a bolt of lightning. And it is also, it's about change. Uranus is the god of change, but it is also about freedom or liberation from something. Something that may have been, you may have been in a place or been doing something or living your life in a specific way, which until this comes along, you don't realize how much you needed to change it in any case. Okay, so it's that kind of liberating energy. It's also about releasing something within yourself, and this can be the genius within. So this is about cracking you open, literally, so that these ideas or this genius can actually be allowed out. So that is a form of liberation as well. Now, it can also be a consciousness shift, and this is why it's the Uranus is called the Great Awakener. You have also got awakening here, which is the a major arcana. So I do feel that this is coming in for you. And the area of experience will be in what you're doing, your craft, your working life, what you do, and then also your health and your diet and your well-being, your lifestyle, how you are living it currently. So Uranus can literally, as I said, something sharp and quick coming in, but it can also be a consciousness shift, like a leap of consciousness. You may also be getting glimpses of the future, seeing the future in some way. You may just have a really brilliant idea, or just see something with incredible clarity all of a sudden. Okay, that is Uranus. Now, we have also got Damara guiding children at the top of this. So you are good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. So you could be a teacher. You could be using these skills with your own children or helping children in some way, shape, or form. All right. So it's just a case of applying what it is you know and your skills that you've gathered over your lifetime to help children at this time, or young people. It can be the youth as well. It could also be that this is connected to your inner child, your own inner child, which may have been suppressed, working in a specific area of life, or working in a specific way, or conducting your life in a specific way, and you may have ignored your inner child in some way. And you have got the Pisces card here, so that is entirely possible. So it could be that this inner child is now being released in some way. Now, this could be literally listening to your inner child, actually tuning in and realizing that there's some aspect of your life which you have ignored, or you've overlooked, or you just haven't given any credence to it whatsoever. Okay. It can also be having that playful, childlike innocence and joy and living in the moment. Okay, Uranus is going to force you into the present moment. And it can also be bringing in that beautiful childlike joy and innocence and living in the present moment, which children are fully able to do. Okay, it could also be that you are getting involved with children in some way, not necessarily your own children or teaching. It could also be to do with child services or helping children in some way. However it applies to you, it's either listening to your inner child or accessing your abilities to help children at this time. Now, as I said, the area of influence is going to be in the 6th house. You're going to have some kind of awakening here, I feel, with this. So we've got the awakening card. It's a number 12 that may be relevant for you. It says, change the way you are looking at a situation. Embrace your uniqueness, a temporary pause in the action. So all of those may apply to you, or only one or two, depending on your situation. So I do feel embrace your uniqueness is important here, because you are an Aquarian and because Uranus is your ruler, your chart ruler, okay? So Uranus is all about being unique, being original. Uranians are normally very unusual, very different people. They have different views. They, you know, just come from a very different angle. And it could also be that you're meeting more people like this, or you are allowing this aspect of yourself to come out now. Okay, this is why, to do with the inner child. Perhaps that aspect of you, that sort of very Uranian quality, or very different or unusual or unconventional side of yourself, is now starting to come out. It could also be cracked open, this shell that you've created, and now this is starting to come out. So that could also be happening. It could also be that you need to just look at things differently, and with the Uranus genius that can very much happen. Or it could just be, as I said, a leap of consciousness. Suddenly you're seeing the truth, or you're seeing the future, or you're seeing something with absolute clarity. You could even get a lightning bolt of an idea, or you may just have a wonderful insight with regards to this aspect of yourself, or the children that are around you at this time. A temporary pause in the action may be applying to some of you, but there's definitely a change or a shift coming in. And it's going to be dependent on your attitude, how you're going to manifest, or how you're going to transition through this change. If you resist, if you dig your heels in, and being an Aquarian, sometimes you can be incredibly obstinate. All the fixed signs can be like that. You don't like change, all right? And change is coming for you now, whether you like it or not. So it could be that you may just sort of implode for a bit, trying to get a grip, trying to understand. You will move out of your comfort zone for sure, and you may just go through a sort of like a review or a reflective period, and this is why you have a temporary pause in the action. But certainly something is going to be shifted big time with this, and it's that temporary pause in the action just gives you time. The Hanged Man, this is what the awakening is. It's about getting downloads, understanding something, and Uranus is all about downloads, understanding something from a completely different angle. Suddenly you're seeing something which you did not see before, okay? And then that is going to propel you forward in some way. Whatever this changes that is coming in for you, you've got Kali, endings and beginnings. She's a very, very powerful goddess, okay? This is all about endings and beginnings, shifts and changes, cycle changes, leaps of consciousness, going from one way of life into another, or one attitude towards your life into another. But it's a big cycle shift. And she's saying the old must be released so that the new can enter. All right, and don't be afraid of this change, because this is completely necessary. It has to happen, and what is on the other side of this is important for your spiritual and your actual growth. So you may be ascending, you may be starting on the ascension path, or you may be getting a shift forward on your ascension path. This is all about going from the way you used to live your life to the way you are going to live it going forward. And there's a kind of a transition period. It's a bit like a washing machine. You're changing cycles, and that's what this is all about. But do not resist this change. Have a good attitude about it. Have an open and welcoming attitude to this change, because that's going to stand you in good stead, and that will move you forward much quicker, okay? She's the ultimate get things done goddess. So if you resist, it's going to be difficult. Rather, don't resist. Rather, be open to the change and go with the flow, and she will move mountains for you. There is a kind of eclipse energy there. So I just want to tell you that this month, for all fixed signs, there are some very important aspects happening. Now, we do have going forward here the ninth house. This is the house of all things foreign. So it could be foreign travel, but it could also be an adventure or a journey of some kind. It could also be a spiritual quest. It could be a retreat, or a yoga journey, or something else that you want to do, or something that is important to you, which involves exploration or adventure. Now, this can be within yourself, so it can be opening up to a spiritual aspect, or it could be going on a sort of an internal journey as opposed to an external, where your intuition opens up. Your spiritual beliefs may get an overhaul. Any kind of belief system is governed by the 9th house. So there could be a lot of shifts and changes happening with that, okay? So philosophy, religion, belief systems. It can also be further education and study. So this is either university level or it could be adult education. Perhaps you want to study or something like that. You may have to expand your base of knowledge as well with the 9th house. It can also be, as I said, to do with foreign things. So either interacting with foreign people or traveling long distance or foreign can come in with this. But it can also be interacting on a business level, like import and export, so customs and things like that. Or it could be that you're understanding foreign concepts, foreign cultures, or learning about that. It can also be about publishing, and it can be about teaching, and it can be about public relations or expanding what it is that you're doing into a bigger, a bigger platform. So this is meeting the world in some way in the 9th house. As I said, intuition is going to be important here. Now you've got Pisces. This is also about intuition and instinct. It's also about dreams. Okay, so this is receiving information in that realm. It's also about imagination. It's also about connecting to the divine in some way. So this could be a spiritual journey, a yoga retreat. Pisces likes to retreat and reflect. Okay, they like to go into a quiet space, meditation. All of that is enhanced here. But I do feel it's about receiving information, receiving downloads, receiving guidance. But it can also be about having trust, having belief, having faith in the universe, or having belief in your belief systems or your religion or your philosophy or whatever it is. Or that could be getting a bit of a change at the moment. There may be a bit of confusion with this. In other words, things are just not settled. You can't see clearly what is occurring, and it's manifesting for you in this 9th house. So you may just be waiting for inspiration. Perhaps while you are going through this awakening, you're waiting for guidance. Okay, so it can also be that you may be in a bit of a victim mindset about something in the 9th house, or you may just be getting caught up in other people's dramas, and that is drawing energy off you. So put your boundaries in place, okay, so that that doesn't happen, so that people are not siphoning off energy from you, or you're getting caught up in things. The 9th house can also be from a journalistic point of view as well, so that may be a career for you or something like that. But things are moving, things are changing, and this is about connecting to the divine for guidance, okay? That is the Pisces energy. But it's a very imaginative, very inspirational energy, but it can also be to do with getting swept up and dependent on things or people or substances, getting caught up in things and losing clarity, getting confused, all right? It can also be about, as I said, getting incredible insights about moving forward or learning about something, all right? I do feel, though, the majority of this is going to be belief-based. Or it is having faith in something and learning, gaining wisdom on something, using your intuitive processes at this time. Because at the top you've got Mother Mary, expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered, okay? So it's something to do with the 9th house. All of those aspects I mentioned, and it's about being in that space of connecting to the divine. Hand it over to the, to God. Put it in the God box. Have faith that Mother Mary is going to deliver a miracle for you, which is going to manifest in some way, shape, or form in the 9th house for you. It may not look exactly how you wanted or how you requested, but whatever comes to you is going to be perfect for your situation and for you, okay? So allow the universe to come in and to assist you, and just step back. So send out your request and then step back and get on with your life. Get busy doing things and just have belief that it's going to come to you, all right? Then we have the 11th house. This is the house of also the future. The 11th, Uranus normally rules the 11th house, so this is also the Aquarian house. This is the house of the future. It's getting glimpses of the future, seeing the future in some way. It can also be about future trends, social reform, universal things, universal concepts, global consciousness. social movements and so on. Humanitarian things come in under the 11th. But it is also the house of friendship and friends. It can also be contacts and networks or group activities of some sort. So this can be a society, an association that you're a member of, or connecting with a group in some way. This can be online or physical groups. Whatever it is, you're going to be getting a lot of information from this. It can also be about, as I said, the future and growing and changing and seeing trends and, you know, trying new things. You could also be coming into contact with cutting edge people or very advanced concepts. And Uranus can also do that. So this is advanced futuristic technology. It can also be advanced concepts or advanced people who are cutting edge, people who are very different or unusual or unconventional in some way. All of that is ruled by the 11th house. Now, it can also be about innovation, like discoveries and things like that. Science also comes in under this. Now, at the bottom, you've got here Virgo. So this is a very analytical energy. So I feel that in some way, it can be several things. You could be needing to declutter in this house. You could be over-analyzing things, or you may need to declutter yourself from some of the groups or possibly even friendships that you have at this time. Because what the age we are moving into now is all about resonance. So who and what are you resonating with? Because this is big changes coming in for you now. So you may be going in a direction, and other people that you're used to connecting with or being around may be going in a different direction to you. So therefore your resonance is going in a different direction to other people. So some friends, some groups, some connections or contacts that you have may be falling away or changing or evolving in some way. Okay, so that could be happening. The Virgo energy, so the decluttering, it can also be over-analyzing things. It can also be, you know, analysis paralysis, going too much so that you can't see the wood for the trees, and this can bring in the confusion. Okay, it can also be about discernment. The discernment kind of goes hand in hand with the resonance as well. So this is about discerning what is right in the moment, discerning which groups, which people, which friends, which contacts you are resonating with at this time. So discerning, filtering out what is not, that's too loud and you're not resonating with anymore, and moving forward into a new arena possibly, which is going to suit you better. So it's a kind of discerning coming in there as well. It can also be about worrying or nitpicking about things. Okay, now I say that because at the top you've got Irene, peace. All right, so there is no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. So I do feel worry or nitpicking or over analyzing things is a concern for you at the moment. And this is saying, and certainly with the Pisces card, be at peace. And with the Mother Mary card, expect a miracle. So be at peace. Whatever it is that you've requested or you need, just put your request in and let it come to you and get out of your own way. Okay? Worrying doesn't help anything. All it does is it magnetizes you for negative things, or for the things that you are worrying about. You draw them to you like a magnet. Okay? So let go of that. Be positive. And come back into peace. Always come back to Irene, okay? Be at peace. There is joy here for you, all right? Think about these wonderful waters. There's abundance coming in here. Children is a big theme. There's children here. Mother Mary is holding a baby, and you've got children here. So whether this is your childlike self coming out, or the playfulness and stepping back into your childlike enthusiasm, listening to your inner child, or whether children are in your life in some way, shape or form. Okay, now it's also in the Leo card, children come in with that. So this is a big theme in some way for you. But come back to the peace. Do not worry. Things are going to work out for you. Okay, just allow the universe to work on your behalf, and let go of the worry and the nitpicking and the criticism. Rather come back into a discerning energy, weigh up things, pros and cons if you need to. That is a wonderful quality of the Virgos, is the ability to sift and sort and come up with pros and cons, to give advice and to help others. It's very much a service to others energy, this. Now, we also have some aspects coming in. So we've got the Leo energy here. So this is a very big, very bold energy. This is saying that you're going to be in the spotlight in some way. I feel this is going to come in with this change. It could also be an idea that you're having and you're going after it now, or it's a business idea, or it's something that you want to initiate or start, or you somehow find yourself in this position. But the Leo energy is a leadership energy, but it's also about being in the spotlight. It can also be to do with stage work or the media, being in the spotlight like that. It can also be about courage, integrity, and honor and honesty. All right, all of these things come in with the Leo energy, so make sure you're embodying that 100%. It is also about children and about creativity, so using your creative abilities. It's a very vivacious energy. It's a very romantic energy. It's a very loving energy. It rules the heart, so this is doing things from the heart. And let go of nitpicking and criticism. So come back to the heart, come back to peace, okay? And the loving energy that comes with the heart. But it's a very expansive, very vivacious energy, but it's also about generosity as well. This is the Leo energy coming in. Pride can also come in. So just be aware of that. But I feel it's about harnessing this energy now to move forward in some way, but you might just find yourself in a leadership role coming up. Whatever is coming in for you, whatever is important for you, is going to bring fulfillment in some way. So whether this is the miracle you're asking for, or it's coming about through this big change or shift that you're going through, but you're going to find fulfillment. And this is going to fulfill you in a way which I don't think you've been fulfilled before. You're suddenly going to see things from a different angle, and you're going to realize that where you have been, or what has been happening in your life up until this point, served its purpose and it was fine, but now you're moving into a completely different realm. And this has kind of got a royal energy almost as well. So it's about displaying that royal energy, all right? It can also have a gypsy type energy. So you may be shifting and changing and moving around and doing things, exploring in some way. And this is about enjoying that, living up to it and being spontaneous. But whatever's coming in for you, it's going to bring fulfillment in for you. And then finally we have Ace of Spring, which is the bottom of the Fairy Tarot. Beautiful card, this. It's time to take action. Be fearless and happily pursue your most treasured dreams, amazing career opportunities. So as I say, this shift or change may seem like a loss initially, or you're going to be radically out of your comfort zone, but be open to the change. Don't be afraid of it, okay? Let Kali help you move mountains here, but don't be afraid of the change. Don't have a resistant attitude, all right? Don't dig your heels in. Go with the flow. Be in your belief, your trust and your faith, and let the universe help you here. This is a beautiful energy. It really is. It's be fearless and happily pursue your most treasured dreams. So with the Leo energy, this is about courage as well, okay? Having courage, being fearless. Think about the lion. Amazing career opportunity. Something really big is shifting for you, and you need to step into it. Go for it, because this is entirely the right thing for you, and it's going to bring you fulfillment. Hope you enjoyed that. Otherwise, take care, and don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.